from the banks of the Ohio River. There's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Joe Mixon, the ball.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Open man is Uzama. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Just like that. Just like that. 49 in the mic. Watch 49. I'll get him.
Now Burrow on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10.
Hayward on the coverage.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Burrow, 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Going to throw deep for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown.
John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Or the point after.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, Eckler. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Lights 49. Lights 49. Check. 70 Ranger.
Burrow on play action. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals 12, Chargers nothing.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete.
Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
First down, Los Angeles.
Running on first down, Eckler. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
50 seconds, come on. It's just me and you.
Now it's Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
He was brought down by Drew.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more? They don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7-yard pickup.
When Hunter Henry entered the league, people were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space, but the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Ty Long.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 9-yard line.
52, 52. They're going to need some therapy after this.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Joe Mixon.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's King. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Torrey McTire. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Bengals take
second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They go play action with Burrow. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 45-yard line.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm scared.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The final shot before the break for Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. 20.
It's sad they pay me.
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
No good.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Evans leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
6 yards.
I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert now. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Taken down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's Herbert. And caught by Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
6 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, Justin Herbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Fourth down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. First down. Here's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Come on. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Let's go, D.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. The 20, 10, 5. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he's got it as the score is now 31-7.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Chargers 7. Michael Badgley to kick.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Herbert now on second down. He's got Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle him almost up.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Watch the run. Watch the run. 552. 552. Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bengals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
1 yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs.
Complete to Henry Ruggs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 44, Mike, 44. Come, baby.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Rip right.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
A gain of a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a Carolina first. Bridgewater to Moore. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and
a big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football. But on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr escaping the pressure right. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
He was
Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Henry Ruggs.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking for the end zone. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Complete to number 83, Darren Waller.
Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be. For
extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Panthers 3. Daniel Carlson.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, 75 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
55.
From the gun, it's Carr. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 27-yard line.
Second down and 8. Here's Carr to throw. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Raekwon McMillan.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own. And he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
54 Mike. Check, rock 54, rock 54. Drill. Pass it. 93.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr flush to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater completes it to Samuel. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther 1st down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He's tackled.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back at the 25-yard line.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Card to the rookie Ruggs for a Raider 1st.
Las Vegas.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Carr to throw. Flushed out right. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. A Raider first down, Carter Renfrow. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
At the 26-yard line. Today's final score.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guy.